A new shocking report as home buying confidence hits all-time record lows. All right, friends, welcome to the channel. I hope you're all doing great. Buckle up and strap in. I got a hard-hitting pull, no punches, no sugarcoating it, no rainbows or sunshine. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. We got a good one to unpackage today as home buyer confidence hits a new record low, as we needed anything else to really drive our point home. But today we're going to go ahead and take a look at an article from Fannie Mae, probably one of the best home buyer sentiment indexes we could pull from to see what exactly is going on with the housing market. And most of us here at the channel know exactly what's going on with the housing market. We're losing it. And if we lose the U.S. housing market, we lose everything. We're going to be just catapulted into a catastrophic recession. Most of us knew the moment that this thing unleashed itself, the stimulus era, the helicopter money, the stimmies, that we were in big, massive trouble. It couldn't sustain itself. Anytime you have unorganic growth, stimulated growth, market manipulation, it can't sustain itself. Anytime the housing market exhibits bubble behavior, they've crashed 100% of the time. Insanity to me. I laugh at the stuff to wrap my head around what we have to unpackage today. Insanity. So what we're seeing now, and it's recorded, it's the data is there, the graphs are there, we're going to look at it. But in fact, we've never even seen anything like this. We're breaking all the wrong records. Home buyer confidence is worse now than it was in the '08 era. And I'm not talking just by a little bit, by a landslide. And here's the alarming part. For me, as a guy who benefits from the euphoria, licensed realtor in a euphoric Southern California market, and I can watch my own local market, which is insulated from recessions, but not recession proof, meaning we'll be the last to get hit, the first to rebound. At least that's what happened in the last bubble. So I expect that to be the case with this area and many other areas. Any sought after destinations, of course, are going to be the last to get visited by this. But I'm getting visited by this as well. We are seeing a lot of fractures going on. We're suffering the same effects as everywhere else, even in hot spots like where I'm at today. It's insane. It's just insanity. So we're going to continue to monitor the health and the fitness of the U.S. housing market because, like I said, we're putting it through the biggest stress test ever recorded in history. Supply has way outpaced demand. And the scary part of this, we even have limited supply on what we basically had pre-pandemic levels. But the supply that we currently have, supply is far outpaced that demand. And that is very scary. So unfortunately, many areas that got way too euphoric, way too red hot are going to be up against a massive, massive fight for your life battle. So today, let's go ahead and read this article to drive our point home. Then we're going to meet back here and wrap this one up. Let's get started. Fannie Mae's National Housing Survey. Consumer confidence in housing hits new all-time low. The Fannie Mae Home Purchase Sentiment Index decreased 4.1 points in October to 56.7, its eighth consecutive monthly decline and lowest reading since the inception of the index in 2011. The Home Purchase Sentiment Index reached an all-time survey low this month, in line with expectations that the housing market will continue to cool in the months ahead. All right, friends, and here's our chart. As we can see, we are completely falling off a cliff, reaching new lows never seen before, even in the last bubble, and we're just getting started. Let's get back to the studio and wrap this one up. All right, friends, welcome back. So there you go, black and white. That is what we're seeing now. This is scary for me personally. I don't know, maybe it's just me. On one hand, it's scary. On the other hand, it's not as scary because I'm halfway prepared as I acknowledge the elephant in the room. Insanity. And the alarming part about this, there's buying opportunity presenting itself right now. I've been showing you guys properties where your cost to own is less than its rent range. A perfect investment opportunity. And those properties still stuck on the market. Why? Because people in a recession, even if they're financially fit, do what? You guessed it, they recess. It's herd mentality, reverse FOMO, fear and panic. But the best time to invest is, in fact, when there's blood in the streets. But to muster that strength, to stay away from herd mentality is not so is not so easy. So hopefully that's what we're going to find here as we examine the health. I mean, the realities are this, friends. We all know which way this is headed. It's trending the opposite direction. It's no longer a question if this was a bubble or not. Of course it was. It's no longer a question if the real estate market's going to crash. Of course it is. It now becomes at what level and when will the bottom display itself. And we're going to be able to identify that. I believe it's but within a year, we will identify the bottom of the biggest crash ever witnessed in history. Unfortunately, the byproduct of that crash will have some repercussions because, like I've always said in this channel, if we lose the U.S. housing market, we are in fact going to lose everything. Make no mistake about it. The U.S. housing market is the biggest asset class in the world. And that was the one cardinal, catastrophic mistake we made when we introduced all the stimulus programs, measures, and money into the system. Doubling the amount of money. You know, our debt sheet, it's mathematically impossible. We'll be a debtor nation forever now. We've got some pretty big issues, all ushered in courtesy of this pandemic. All comes back to the crisis, friends. Not for the crisis. We're not talking today. The realities are it is playing out. So the best thing we can do is acknowledge it, accept it, and then start to prepare on how we're going to maximize within it. A lot of us are going to come out smelling like a rose. But like I said, it'll only be the ones that stay centered and surrounded with like-minded people where iron will continue to sharpen iron. Because I'm telling you right now, congratulations to anybody that stays close to this channel because we're going to go into these markets and buy when everybody's afraid to buy and going for the exits. But in fact, that's the best time to buy. Be greedy when others are fearful. Fearful when others are greedy. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a content creator, somebody who wants to see you not only win in real estate, win in life. Understanding the biggest artificially created housing bubble ever produced in world history has in fact reversed course. People are no longer willing to buy even when buying opportunity presents itself. That is a good sign for us that are ready to go out and capitalize in these markets. And believe me, friends, I plan on capitalizing in these markets. And it's not because I want to take advantage of anybody's shortcomings. I really don't. I would much rather we not be in this mess. But having bought in the last bubble and then not being in a position to buy the bottom in the last one, and only a very select few were, and most people in my industry drank the Kool-Aid themselves. They're in worse shape than their clients, and that's a scary, scary place to be. So I want to congratulate everybody who continues to keep in front of this thing as we monitor the health and the fitness of the U.S. housing market, because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below. I would love to hear from you. Social media links in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with links to channels I've appeared on I think you might enjoy. If you're interested in buying or selling real estate here in America, I have the biggest network of top-rated agents in the nation ready to assist you. It'd be our honor and our privilege to do so. And if you're watching from your television set today and you enjoyed this video, I know you're going to love the next video, and there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience. As always, thank you for your time. Please go make it count today. I'll see you on the next video.